Hey, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the stream. This is your host, Ballistics. I'm the Director of Operations here at Club Conflict Online Gaming League, joined by my friend Wrench here for the Grand Finals. How are you, Wrench?
I'm doing all right. How about you?
I'm doing real well. Thank you very much. Looking forward to this match. We got a Grand Finals, best of 3 here. It's been a long season, man.
It has been a long season.
Yeah, but it's all culminated down to this one final match here, and we're in the server, and I think we've already lived up the first round. So let's go ahead and join in progress. Go ahead and drop this.
Just
here.
To keep you in the loop, pre-gaming did win the first round. It was a 2v1 at the end there. I think Wiz versus Steedle and Jinja, maybe ZayhanS, and they managed to clutch it out. I think Wiz pulled out his knife at the last second for some godforsaken reason. So already a good start to this game, but it's 1-0 in favor of pre-gaming.
Yeah, very good.
Vertigo.
I love Vertigo.
Yeah, we actually we tried to throw a wild card in on our game against RGB. I think we played RGB.
Hey, Zayhan.
Hey.
How you doing? Hey. Welcome. So we're joined by Zayhan also. Yeah. So you guys played these guys, you say?
Yeah, we played. RBG's the #1 seed, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we played them, and we tried to throw a wild card in with Vertigo, and they showed us that it was not a wild card. They, in fact, do know this map.
Yeah. They're good. I think they're undefeated on Inferno. They're really strong for RBG.
They're having a really good season in advance as well.
Yeah.
The last I checked, they were 6-0, so they're definitely on their way to playoffs. This is an exciting team that we're seeing right here.
Definitely. Zayhan, say hi to Wrench. Wrench, Zayhan. How you say? Introduced you
Hello
guys.
there.
Yeah. Okay, so it's going to be a great match. So what's going on here? It looks like trying to work their way in.
Yeah, so it was somewhat of a forced buy here for pre-gaming. Only 4 MP9s left on the team. Wiz taking out 2. Somehow with these SMGs, versus basically a full buy from RBG, they had brought it down to a 4v2. Wiz obviously bringing it back to a 3v2. Weapons still in the favor of RBG, but Try actually going to come in and just mop a pretty good cleanup there from Pre, and definitely a good bonus round for them. I don't know why RBG necessarily decided to buy into that round, because now they're going to have to save for another 2, most likely.
RGB continues to impress me with how patient they are. I mean, they lost 3 players at the beginning of that round, and they still managed to bring it down to a 2v2. Like, they're just so patient. They know how to run that clock down and make the CT team antsy and want to push them, and it works. Well, it's going to be a big nade, big damage. Jinja there.
Wow, that was a lot of damage. But another lot of damage going back in the way of Jinja. He's always been a good anchor, and he's definitely a good entry on T-side. I love watching him entry.
Both of these teams are exciting, honestly. They're both pretty high up advanced teams. So this is a quality Counter-Strike game.
Pre-gaming is actually main.
Pre-gaming is main. Oh.
ESEA main. Very good ESEA main team. What's their score in the ESEA?
Currently, I want to say 6-2. I think
they had a pretty good run on main so far.
They did, and as you can see, they're holding their own. RBG with minimal. I mean, a lot of damage in the beginning of that round. They already managed to bring it down to a 1v1. So I think this is going to be a pretty good game. It looks like we're just going to be getting into the meat of it now. Probably going to be the first full buy round. Still an MP9 enough of Moss out for pre-gaming, so somewhat sketchy buy, but
RBG has a lot of very good individual players. I mean, you'll see a lot of rounds come down to 1v1s and 1v2s, and the RBG players will just clutch it out. G-Man getting the first pick, getting immediately traded out by Booty Lord over there on the B side. This little point of contact there, good for Booty Lord being in on the trade. They're going to fall back, and RBG going to do what they do best and just wait for the CTs to get antsy, but bait out some utility, and looks like Wiz.
Now that you mentioned that, I think it's worth noting that I don't think I've ever observed pre-gaming being that antsy team. Their patience is also probably on the level of RBG, where they'll just sit around and wait. If they have the advantage or they know that they're in a relatively equal situation, they're more prone to simply sitting around and waiting. Jinja almost going down that spam. Good timing by Walco.
He does give away his position and walks back into the spam. That's a lot of damage taken. That nade is going to kill him. Oh, it does not. He gets away with barely 9 health.
9 HP.
Steedle pushing up here. They know the take is coming in. Steedle gonna get the first pick, traded down by Pony. A lot of damage going back and forth. Another one on the way to the T side here. Jinja trying to do what he can with his 9 HP. Does manage to get 1 kill. That's pretty much more than you can ask for with somebody with 9 HP. After Plant gonna come in here. Bomb is down. 1 flash on each side to work with here.
Jinja's head on a swivel
kill.
there, manages to get a kill with that MP9. Super low HP, and they're lining up. Scary scenes here. Pony, 1 HP! 1 bullet, sorry, manages to take down Jinja, but doesn't manage to complete it onto Zellers, trying to fall back behind that corner, not able to complete it. And Zellers, again with the 1v1, pushes it just the right time.
What a trooper out of Jinja there, man. 9 HP and 2 kills. That's more than you can ever ask out of somebody with an MP9 and 9 health.
Still some pretty good economy here on RBG. They'll have at least 1 more buy round left in them.
Jinja has 203 damage ADR across 4 rounds.
Somehow that doesn't surprise me, despite the fact that he only has, well, I guess he's on 7 kills now. Oh my god. Jinja actually not known to be one of the top fraggers for pre-gaming. Definitely more of a support player. Maybe an entry on the T side, obviously, but that's impressive for him early in the game. Oh my, unlucky shot on the Booty Lord there by Wiz. Caught out in the open. Pony finding another one on scaffolding there through the smoke. Or over the smoke, I suppose. Early 5v3. 2 taking down ramp. Here's where RBG get pretty patient and take their time, clear everything out. The sandbag position always sketchy for teams. Seen one too many overlook that and not having to come of it. Walko and Wiz taking down 2 for themselves. Just on to Zellers now. Walko's in a perfect position. Will spot Zellers mid. Smoke that position off. Zellers has an AK, so you might just opt to save this.
Yeah, they are very low on money. It would be an advantage for him to save this, but Hex is not gonna let him. Jumping up over there, getting a nice headshot. Almost a team ace. Wiz did a little bit more than he had to there with 2 kills. And the CTs of PreGamingGG are going to be on an eco after winning 4 rounds in a row. Just to show you how much damage RBG has been doing. They won 4 rounds, still got an eco.
That and how somewhat unbalanced the CT economy is, because if T's won that many rounds in a row, I would guarantee they'd at least be able to buy armor and guns.
Oh, for sure.
Oh my god, nice one-shot headshot on the Hext, or on the Steedle there by Hext. Love to see those one-taps. Good shot by him.
Both of these teams are very dangerous with Deagles as well. We've seen a lot of rounds go in favor of pre-gaming and RBG with 5 Deagles in hand. So let's see what they do here. Walko not going to let Jinja do anything this time around. No tricky business. Slowly clearing their angles.
A little bit of noise being made, but it's not really going to make much of a difference at the end of the day. Only 3 players left on the pre-gaming side. 2 flashes, though. Some good armor. So, see if Try can catch anybody out in mid here. Gonna double swing. Hex from above. And just take him out just barely through the wall there.
That slow, methodical teamwork, it's beautiful. Zellers immediately getting converged on by both sides, unable to do anything, taken down, leaving Booty Lord alone to try to do any damage that he possibly can here. I think the best case scenario for him is get an AK and hold on to it. Might have his chance here when he's fighting against Hex, but Hex says no, yet again. You guys ain't getting nothing from us. That's 5 T's alive. Plenty of money on their side.
And 5 kills between Walko and Hex combined. So those 2 doing some work for their team in that round. Pretty even spread of kills on RBG compared to the, well, I guess it's somewhat even. There's nobody really pulling out ahead or falling behind necessarily for either team, which is good to see. It is going to be a full eco going into this round. Free's just going to push through the smoke and hope they can do some damage. Try going through this molly. Not going to be able to do anything. Looks like this is essentially a throwaway round for them, just seeing what they can do. If they can do anything. Unable to, and that'll be all 5 T's alive yet again. Hex going down to about 24 HP, so almost unlucky for him. That'll bring the scoreline to 4-3. Still in favor of pre-gaming, and they will be able to buy this round. So see if they can maintain this advantage.
A little bit short on utility, so there's going to be a little bit more conservative with it. The T's, however, have plenty of money in the bank. They're going to be able to throw as much utility as they want. They have a full set on everybody. A couple of flashes coming in for some early play towards B. Looks like they're going to go for some early B control. And there is only one player from PreGaming there to stop it. Zeller's trying to play around the smoke here and see what kind of tricky business RBG is working on over here. 3 players towards the A side. This almost looks like a Dust 2 setup, honestly. I feel like I'm watching Dust 2. You got 3 towards the A long, you got 1 middle, you got 1 B. G-Man2 is going to flash through the smoke.
Some good nade damage being done ramp here, but and no more than a little bit of chuck damage. Booty Lord on 69 HP. Good ding through the smoke there. On to Welko. I don't know if to be aware that there are 2 players there. Zito will get the second actually, so Welko isolated over here at the B ramp with only 13 HP, and he's had his teammate taken down. Meanwhile, other member, oh my god, Welko, another shot through the smoke onto Booty Lord, so with Steedle finally taking him down. 4v3. What about chip damage being done on the try there? He'll realize it and fall back. Good patience by PreGaming, by the way, to not peek into these angles. It seems as though they're playing just to not die. They're playing for information, gathering as a team. I mean, as they should. That's the way to play the game, but it's definitely going in their favor this round. Seems as though they've got that mentality through their head now.
Zellers and G-Man had a whole nade battle on B, and they did not rotate at all. PreGaming is just not eating up what RBG is trying to serve them, and it worked out beautifully for them, as they're going to have 4 alive in this round. RGB will run out of time to do anything. I'd like to save their AKs.
Good defense there by PreGaming. That the utility, and I don't want to attribute it all only to the utility. I think it was those 2 early picks through the smoke going back and forth that kind of held RBG back on ramp there, and that's where they wanted to go, it seemed, and they had all their resources dedicated that way, but they weren't able to get through. So at the end, oh, Booty Lord.
You hate to see it.
You do hate to see it, but it is what it is it not? It's pretty good damage, all things considered, going the way of PreGaming. Zeller's is going to take down a full HP player, so now there's Wiz and Welko on both on 10 HP. And Try is going to spawn 1 out. Second being taken out by his teammate, that being Pony. Oh no. This round has turned into a complete cluster, it seems. Pony and Hex both on moderately decent HP. But the flanks just keep coming in for PreGaming. Hex is last alive. He's going to be trying to go towards A stairs. Making his way up now. Gonna not find anyone on the site, and Pre haven't quite read this. Might get a free bomb plant here. I hate to say it, but if he gets this bomb down and he finds a really good post plant position, Pre might have a hard time finding their way back into this round. Despite the 3-man advantage, unless they can pull, not give him any 1v1s, basically. That's what they need to do.
Oh, that smoke is going to be dangerous.
Look at the first. He does get the second.
Jumps on the defense.
Not much time left, and he is going to get the third through the smoke. It's not. What? He's going to get it. Oh my god. Zellers with the ninja defuse in the smoke. 2 HP left. Hex is going to find him eventually, but he manages to get the defuse out, and it's going to be 6-3 in favor of PreGaming. Oh my lord. He is going to be so mad.
And definitely want to take a pause after that one. Take a breather. That is a little frustrating. He came so close to that clutch. He was inches off from that next kill. And I understand the thought process, like, why would he defuse in the same spot that I just spammed? But I don't know.
He had it on. He had it. He hit him several times. Unbelievable.
I don't think he knew.
He definitely didn't.
Well, while we're in the pause, guys, let's take a moment just to talk about the prizes here. Logitech's providing the wonderful prizes. Logitech G Pro series of gaming computer peripherals are on the line here. We're in a pause. We're in an exciting match. My goodness, Pre-Gaming is leading 6-3 in this first map in a best of 3. And these are what's on the line. Logitech, we'd like to thank Logitech for providing these prizes. We'd also like to thank GameServers.com. We're playing on a Chicago Game Servers 128-tick match server. We'd also like to thank Everleap Cloud Hosting for providing the match servers. And we're going to get right back into this now. So let's jump back into this.
Yes, thank you to all the sponsors. I was talking to Seth before this match, and he actually was very excited about this G Pro headset he was telling me about, which I am actually using right now. I highly recommend the G Pro headset. It's
nice. That's the headset I've wearing.
Probably my favorite headset that I've owned. A little tight at first, I found, because I have a big old head, but I stretched it out and customized my audio, and it's perfect now. I mean, no issues.
The ear cups.
Couple early frags. What's up?
The ear cups are really good. They keep the sound down. That's what I like.
Yes,
They'd be great for LAN.
We did skip over some of this round, so my apologies to the viewers, but Tri-Steedle and Booty Lord have gone down early in this round. Still a minute left on the clock, and 5 members of RBG left alive. Seems as though this attack pause did wonders for them. Was in game 2, going down to below half HP. Rotated off this B site, trying to go back towards A. Obviously, Pre-Gaming will have read this, or heard it, from B site, so they're going to head over as well. See what they can do.
They do not have much time at all to set up though. The first frag is going to come in from Zellers. Hex running out to trade it, getting immediately traded by Jinja.
Oh,
leaving him alone in a 1-on-2.
Wiz come up behind him. Easy shot for him. Good flank, good positioning, and good thinking to do that. Might have looked a little silly if Jinja would have taken out the last player on site, but all things considered, came out pretty well. Pre-Gaming going to be relegated to another force buy here. Looks like they might just want to buy up a couple upgraded pistols, and the scoreline will be 6-4.
That's crazy. They won 2 more rounds and lost 1,
and
they have to save again. However, they did lose 5 players on the previous round before they lost. Early pick coming in here from Tri. He is full blinded, so Wiz will trade him out, giving a little bit of early ramp control to the A side.
Honestly, that was probably a good informational play. Gets a pick out of it. I mean, gets flashed, but he knows that there's at least 1 or 2 more players there. How to get Booty the information he needs to push up.
That's true. However, RGB is a very slow team when it comes to their T side, so that is good early information, but it might have been too early because they don't really know. They still don't know what's going to happen. Nice little stack here. Wiz will peek into it and get taken down by Jinja. So that leaves only Hex and G-Man. Hex going for an early pick here. We'll get 1. Can't get the second on Steedle. Leaving G-Man alone. Does take down Steedle. Booty Lord tagged up. Both of these CT players are hit. Oh, and he will hit the first shot.
God! I'm not gonna lie, I didn't think that was gonna hit. That was an insane flick, and from my perspective, I actually didn't even see his mouse move. So, great job by Booty. Man coming out.
I was saying those Deagle rounds are nasty from both teams. Good buy coming out here from both teams. 2 full buys. A little bit of early A control again out of the T side and the CT side. There are 4 CTs here early in the round. Pre-gaming. Booty Lord taking down 2. Wiz does manage to get 1 before he goes down. Walko getting another. But he's immediately traded out as well. So a big win for Pre-Gaming CT side there to take all that A control back. And realize what RGB was doing. A little bit over aggressive for Booty Lord, getting taken down by G-Man. Dropping it 2-on-2. Zellers and Jinja. Hex and G-Man.
I don't know if you noticed this, but Hex is all the way up mid now, and he's going to be clearing it out. He's going to come up right behind Zellers, it looks like. Zellers might not be aware of this. Are completely out in the open. That's going to isolate Jinja over at the B site.
Jinja's alone now in a 1-on-2 for his team. He does have Smoke Molly and a flash to play with. He heard the sound cue from Hex, but Hex also has his gun out, so he is ready for this peek. Oh, G-Man might back into it. He will not, and Hex will win the first battle to give RBG their 5th round.
Hex was very aware there. Pre-Gaming do have pretty much all the rounds they needed in this half, so this early advantage going their way was beneficial, I'd say. And I think they might be even satisfied if they don't win another round this half. Obviously, they're going to try. 50-50 coming out for Steedle, and a Deagle for Booty, unsurprisingly. But, yeah, 7-5. Still in favor of pre-gaming. Rounds just being traded back and forth. This methodical clearing is what you love to see on an any-eco round by Text. And basically by the entire team. Walko managing to take out Booty Lord over at the B site. Or was that A? That was B.
That was A.
Was it?
Yeah.
Oh. Oh, jeez, I'm turned around. Yep, you're right.
Does look like it is going to be an A take here
Taking
as
the ramp.
RBG send out their utility. And all the rest of pre-gaming are located towards the B side, so they will not come into contact with anybody yet. Bomb plant goes down. Pre-gaming is moving together. There's a little pack here through CT. Gonna try to get as much damage done as they can. Hex taking down Zellers. Very patient on the trigger there. Did not jump the gun. Is aware there's possibly another player coming. Oh, and he turns around just beforehand, so Steedle will get the kill off of Jinja's death. Oof. Well, anger at the dead body there.
With a BM.
And he does manage to sneak out with the AK, which is pretty much all you can hope for here at the end of this round. Bomb is going to be exploding and giving RBG their 6th round. But Steedle manages to carry an AK over and might peek here to try to do a little bit of extra damage at the end of the round, and he will be quickly dispatched by Pony.
Got the money though, so that's all that matters. 5-7 coming out early for Zellers as well as body armor. Again, a full buy for RBG. They'll be good for the rest of this half. Only 2 more rounds. So hopefully pre-gaming can manage to string together a buy in the next round.
Yeah, and like you said, pre-gaming, I mean, 7 rounds, that's a pretty decent CT side on Vertigo. So anything after that's just kind of like icing on the cake for them. It's really RBG that has it all to play for here to try to get some rounds on the board.
Exactly. I don't know, do you prefer playing T or CT when you play Inferno? Or sorry, Vertigo?
Honestly, looking at it now, honestly, I think it's a little bit more favored to the CT side, but this looks a lot like Dust 2, so it's kind of like a 51-49 type deal.
Mm-hmm.
But I do think the slight advantage will be on the CT side.
I think that RBG's methodical nature may come in favor on the CT side for them. But pre-gaming, Jinja's aggression on his T side has done them wonders in the past in several different matches. So be interested to see how this half switch ends up. RBG tending towards the A side. Hex having a little bit of trouble with that kill, but Booty Lord over at the B site, or A site, sorry, again.
Zellers actually turned away a millisecond before Hex had walked around that corner. It's very unfortunate. But
that is unfortunate.
That is Counter-Strike. Booty Lord alone with the Deagle. Tagged up. Will peek.
Oh my god.
1 digs on the Hex. Now he wants that AK really badly. See what he can do.
I get it here. Doesn't look like he's gonna actually.
He did spot the AK of his lost teammate and will walk out with it.
It's
Which
like
again,
go for it.
very necessary, as they're going to want as much utility as they can possibly get in this round. So saving that money will save him from buying an M4, and he's able to get a full set of utility in his hands. I haven't seen an op from either team yet.
Yeah, I was just about to mention that. I'm surprised the Booty hasn't pulled out his op, and Steedle had enough money with armor there to buy an op and maybe drop it to him, but I think he favored the util, which
I agree.
Not a bad idea.
As an op player myself, though, I don't know. Vertigo isn't really an op map. It's a lot of tight angles and close corners. You're almost really more favored to have a rifle in most of these scenarios other than the mid side.
That's fair. I found that myself as well playing this map several times. Not one of my favorite maps to play. Definitely not as bad as Overpass, personally, but... if you know how to play it, I suppose you love Overpass?
Yeah, it's an Opera's paradise.
It is, but It's also not great for counter-opping if you are playing unstructured CS.
Very true.
Good combination here for Booty Lord and Steedle. Taking down a few for themselves at ramp.
I mean, I really
3
feel
to
like
be
I'm watching
exact.
a Dust 2 game here. Like it just looks like how you would play A long. You 3 CT there, and you throw a bunch of nades down, and there it is. G-Man will
Manchu basically given a free sight. Left one player there towards the scaffolding, and nobody else. Zeller's making a lot of noise pushing in here.
His teammate is not with him though, so he did elect to not go for the plant. So he's gonna fall back. He did hear Zeller, so he will take him down. But that also gives his team the information that the bomb's not down. He fell back. Hex will get the pick on a Jinja though, so that will give them the B site. And just like that, this has turned into a 2v2.
The awareness
They
is
are
really
running
there,
out of
though.
time.
Oh, they might not make this if Zeller gets this kill. Might not have time. Wait, oh my god, and just by sheer luck of the clock, PreGaming managed to take their 8th and win out the half. Super unfortunate for RBG. I'm not really sure how they managed to run the clock out that far. They had sight and they wanted to go back towards A for some reason.
He wasn't with his teammate. I didn't think that he wanted to plant the bomb, and if he was alone, his teammate would not be able to support him. And then Hex managed to get the pick towards B, and I don't think they really calculated how long it would take to run.
So just a little bit too spread there for RBG, I guess. Unlucky.
Very aggressive towards A here. Now the T's do get to the A side ramp faster than the CTs do, so that I do see a point in this, but this is a really aggressive push. I mean, there's no nades. There's 5 armor. Welko will get the first kill. 2 kills for him. 3, 4 at a pony.
God.
And it's all falling apart here. Absolutely nothing for PreGaming in that round. Not even a speck of damage.
A Walco pistol show.
Very, very beautiful out of Walko to hit those 1 taps. And there's just no utility out of the T side there. They bought 5 armor and just ran it up.
Another Deagle round coming out for Pre. 4 digs and a P250. What you love to see.
Early aggro out of G-Man. Decides to get out of there. Very smart. There are 2 players on there, and he cannot win that. Tony and Booty Lord
again. 1 for 1. Love to see it. I get taken down by this nade, and he will.
Wow, that was.
Looked like it just barely tagged him, but he only had 3 HP, so I mean, not much he could do.
Wiz pulled out the protractor for that one. That was an angle. Try going for a little bit of mid-control here. G-Man will be electing to stop him. Ooh, and he does not. Try gets the 1 dig.
Jeez.
Traded out by Wiz. It looks like PreGame is going to go for the B side here, so that's going to leave our Hex alone. He will hear them. Pops down the smoke. The peaks are coming in. Wiz on the Ninja, and Hex will take out Zellers. Not a terrible round for the T side. They did manage to get 2 kills, a little bit of damage, and it didn't really cost them a lot. They are gonna get another pistol buyout here, which is fine because on their loss bonus they'll be able to get AKs and nades no matter what happens after this round.
Interesting scenes here. PreGaming definitely working as a pack, so that's good to see.
Huge nade
Wow.
out of Hexed. Looks like they're gonna go for a push onto the B side here. Multiple pistols coming in, flashes out. He hears them coming, smokes it off. Waiting for the first contact. Hex gets the first kill, goes for the second, gets 2, taken down. G-Man will be there to help him. Wiz spamming the smoke, takes down Booty.
A little bit of a bold push there by Hex, but it definitely worked out in his favor. You could say his hesitation at first, but in the end he wanted to go for it, and he did.
Yeah, seemed like a very tough call to make too. It's either you stand where you're at and risk getting flashed from the smoke, or you just push up on that wall and hope the flash doesn't get you and you have a chance to get a kill or 2. And it did seem to work out. He got 2 picks out of it. Finally, we see an AWP coming out of Hexed. 19 rounds later.
Love to see it. Still surprised that Booty Lord didn't pull it on his CT side, but actually, their money wasn't really in a good situation that entire half. I mean, you saw it. They won 2 rounds in a row, lost 1. And they were broke. So tough luck. Counter flash by Wiz. They will expect Hex to have an op. They'll know now, though. Jinja entering on the B site. A site. I hate snow. And Pre have stalled out. Not much progress any which way. Oh my god, Steedle. Nice jiggle shot. Didn't even look like he knew that Pony was there. Flashed on the site by Steedle. We get one, and Wiz will combine for two, leaving it all in to try. Hex brought his op over here, gonna watch ramp. Nice shot by him. Try will go down. 11 to 8.
The pre-gaming T side looks a lot more scattered than their CT side. It looks like they're trying to rely on a lot of hard pushes, but that's not the play against a team like RBG because they know how to use their utility to their advantage. Like that smoke on the B side to cut off the 5-man push 2 rounds ago. I mean, that's just not something you're gonna be able to do against them.
Exactly.
A lot of early damage coming in. They haven't even seen anybody yet. 2 players already down to half HP. Taken down again. Wilco and Wiz. Wilco and Wiz with another 2. Or Walco, I'm sorry. And it leaves Zellers alone.
Seems to be a good feature of the RBG side is that they get a lot of early damage with those nades and then just manage to finish everyone off. The timings are pretty solidified in their game plan.
I do kind of understand the thought process. Booty Lord will take out an op as well. It's finally seeing that come out too.
Okay.
I do kind of understand the thought process because when we went up against RBG, we had the similar thought process where we're like, well, listen, you know, we don't really know Vertigo, but what are the chances that they can stop 5% rushes? And the answer to that is pretty high.
I didn't catch what the second and third maps are. Did anybody else?
I did not.
No, I didn't catch it, but we'll find
There
out.
we go.
Be surprise maps.
I bet you it's Nuke and Mirage.
They banned Nuke. I did see that.
Oh, okay.
But I didn't see what else they banned. Or
Train.
picked.
I bet you Train's in there.
That's a good bet. Pre-love Train. Pre also love Nuke though, and I'm kind of surprised that they banned it.
Which whose map pick was Vertigo? Do we know?
I don't know.
I did predict that this would go to all 3 maps, and each team would win each other's map pick.
It's probably a pretty safe assumption, to be honest. Again, early nade damage really going in favor of RBG. Steedle down to 38, Booty Lord down to 66.
Yeah, I mean, just look at the utility damage. I mean, 163 damage out of Walco just from utility, 122 out of G-Man, 146 out of Pony. I mean, that's 4 kills, 5 kills alone in nades.
Jinja is on 194. That's the highest in the server, but the unfortunately not the highest, not as high as could be needed.
A lot of trades going back and forth here on the A side. It is down to a 2v2, Pony and G-Man. A couple of nades coming in, tries to try to get this pick here. Oh, a lot of fighting with Pony. He's trying to stay alive as long as he can for his teammate to come in. And G-Man comes in just in time to get both kills from behind. We'll run over to grab the op, presumably. Yep.
I want to watch this. I guess he got a kit. I was gonna say he needs to watch the time, but not necessarily.
Yeah, he's got a kid. He's good. That was beautiful to stay alive there, and you could see that pre-gaming knew that he was trying to stay alive because his teammate was not there, so they really tried to push him, but he just would not go down. And by the time they finally took him down, G-Man was there just in time to save that round. Beautiful team play out of RBG. Trying to keep their lead alive as we go into round 22 here. Can pre-gaming put their first T round on the board?
Hopefully. 13 to 8 in favor of RBG. That deficit that they found themselves in on their T side, not continuing to the CT side.
More quick aggression out of the T side here. They're going to throw the early nades in. Hex will get the first kill. A lot of flashes coming in to try to get him off the angle. Smokes as well. Booty Lord leading the charge. Hex is dropped down to 2 HP. Dies to the molly.
Ooh. Oh my god, Zellers, nice shot.
Zellers with another.
G-Man coming over mid connector. 4v3 post plant.
Oh, he is playing with danger here. Booty Lord skating on the edge of death, trying to skirt over the skyscraper end here. But it works out because he's not spamming that. He doesn't expect it. He will get 1 kill out of it.
stuck out in the open, not able to retreat, but he does do a lot of damage to Walco as well as taking one down.
That's insane. You didn't expect to spam that. Pony, Zeller's going back and forth. Oh, Pony does get 2.
Are you kidding me? Pony for all 3 at the end of the round, and he managed to clutch it out.
What a crazy round. That angle was beautiful, though. I mean, can you imagine? You're just spamming that smoke there, and then all of a sudden the guy is there, but he just stood so far to the edge, you had no idea he could even be there.
Right.
And then Pony with a beautiful 2-piece to clear it up.
Oh, man. Unfortunate that they lined up like that. They had good positioning, and they just couldn't complete it.
Yeah, RBG has shown that they can take advantage of anything you give them, so if on the side of pre-gaming here, they can't give them any sort of lineups or anything, because RBG will take it. First 2 kills coming in.
I don't know if you noticed, but pretty early in that round, Wiz could hear them coming up ramp through the floor, so he had positioned himself so that he could hear them if they were not walking, and gave that information back to his team, and then they started throwing their nades, and that's what chunked Zeller, Steedle, and Jinja down, and allowed them to be prepared for that setup. So good positioning by him really early round to give his team the information without even seeing anyone.
The team play is huge on this RBG side. I mean, you can tell these guys they know what they're doing together.
Yeah, definitely.
However, pre-gaming putting up a good fight. I mean, 8 rounds is nothing to sneeze at. They definitely are a team worthy of competition here. So this could still go either way, even though RBG is a little commanding on their CT side. I mean, this is also, I'm assuming their map pick, because they did very well on it against us, and I'm pretty sure they picked it against us.
What's right there?
Nice little jumping headshot out of try there. Pony will take one with a nade. Booty Lord running in with a Mac 10, taking down Walco. Wiz from the sandbag side will get 2. 3 on his Zellers. Booty Lord alone with 3 HP here. Mollies him out, but Wiz will get the 4-piece to close out the map. 16-8 for RBG Esports. Next to the map is Inferno. Okay.
Wow, what a map! My goodness.
Pretty convincing comeback there by RBG. pretty even at half, and then they just ran away with it on CT side. So I guess you're right. They knew how to take advantage of that. CT side was favorable.
Yeah, one thing I was talking to Ballistics about this too in the last match we watched of RBG. They seem to be pretty momentum based as well. Like once they get on a roll, you cannot stop them. They were playing against Tempest, I think it was, and Tempest managed to. They won. What map did they win? They won the second map. I think it was Nuke. I don't know. They went up really far. They were like it was like 11-1. And then pre-gaming strung together 4 rounds, and it was just a comeback from there. I don't remember the exact specifics of it, but they're just very momentum-based. Once they start rolling, it's so hard to stop them.
Didn't that map go into like overtime?
I think it was like 16-14 or something like that. It was really close. Yeah. But it was very, very like insane to see that they just. It didn't matter that they were down 10 rounds. They were just they got on a roll and they kept going.
Yeah, well, that was an exciting match. I'll tell you what. The first map was very exciting. Now we're here on Inferno, so we're gonna get to see some Inferno play. Now, I do know that RBG is undefeated on Inferno. I think since they've formed as a team, I don't think they've dropped the map ever. So if it's going to happen, maybe it's going to happen tonight. But I heard they're undefeated. If you go to, by the way. More accolades to RBG. They're actually playing. They got invited to play in the Winners League. They get to play. They're playing in a bunch of different leagues. But they recently got listed on Half-Life TV, HLTV, as the ranked 76th in the world. RBG. So congratulations to them to breaking the top 100. So these guys they're definitely nutty. Ever since they added Wiz to the lineup, they've really improved their gameplay here.
That is pretty impressive, actually. I didn't know that. But not to toot their horn too much or anything, but I think that if anyone was going to beat them, it might be Pre tonight. Watching them this season has given me great faith in their capabilities.
They are actually currently 8-0 in the ESEA Advanced, and I think that actually guarantees them playoffs. So even if they lose every single map that comes up in Advanced, they're going to make playoffs. But judging by how they're playing right now, I don't think that's going to happen. And that, I mean, that's a really impressive thing to do. Advanced is a very tough league. There's a lot of really good teams in there, and to be 8-0 is definitely a feat. They're the only team in Advanced to be 8-0 right now in their conference.
Wow.
Yeah, so two good teams for sure. I mean, we couldn't have found better teams for our Club Conflict Grand Finals, in my opinion. Season 24 has been very crazy. We started out with 18 teams, and we're down to these final 2.
And it is definitely a deserving too, like you said. These are 2 of probably the top teams in the league. And yeah, so PreGaming is the main team. They're 6-3. But all 3 of their losses are really close games: 16-13, 16-10. So they actually might be running for main playoffs, and they might be an advanced team next season.
Yeah, very good. I cannot wait. So we're waiting on their 5th to come in. Is there a problem? Someone has an anti-cheat problem. Okay, Pony got kicked. The anti-cheat issue. So we're just going to, while we're waiting here, we might as well take another moment here and talk about the prizes again. Let's talk about Logitech G Pro and their series.
So you said you have the
Logitech
G Pro keyboard as well, correct?
I do. The mechanical keyboard, the RGB mechanical keyboard. I love it. I love the way it lights up. I like the mechanical keys. It's pretty awesome.
Pardon me?
Go ahead. Do you have one? Do you have it? Or?
I do have one. I have had the entire G Pro setup at one point. I have the headset right now. I had the mouse that I bought from Nothing, the Pro CS player. I actually bought it off of him. And I had my own G Pro keyboard as well. And I gotta say, the lineup is pretty intense. The keyboard, the 10 keyless, was really, really nice to play on. Keys felt really nice in my hands. It was a good size for traveling and going to LAN. And the mouse was like just a little bit too small for me, so now I use it for my work mouse.
Yeah.
But it was incredible when I played with it. It was perfect for people with like mid to small size hands.
Yeah.
Kind of a hybrid grip.
Ambidextrous, yeah.
It is ambidextrous, and the buttons are super easy to switch out. It's just magnetic, so I mean, yeah, I'd give it like probably a 9 out of 10 out of 10 on all fronts. So highly recommend the Logitech G Pro line. For sure.
For sure. Okay, so we're getting right back into this, ladies and gentlemen. We are, I think we got all 5 in. We're getting ready to ready up. So let's go ahead and drop the music. Make sure the music's dropped. Okay, here we go. We are jumping in here now, ladies and gentlemen. So RBG Esports has the advantage. They've got 1 map under their belt. This is a best of 3. PreGaming is coming in here. They've got an uphill battle, but let's see if they can do it. I think they've got the skills to do it. Let's see if they can execute it.
So
I'm with his beans. Love it.
I will assume that PreGaming picked this map as RBG is starting on the CT side. So usually when you pick the map, the other team picks as their side. So I think this was a PreGaming pick. Ooh, Walco gets the first kill on a try. A lot of aggression here out of the RBG Esports team. Tees are going to take a lot of apps control, pushing out into the player here. Glass shots coming out. Walco will get the kill on Steedle and alt mid. Hex gets another frag on a Jinja.
Oh my
Hex
god,
another
the
one.
timing on these guys is incredible.
Booty Lord alone. Oh, and he is going for the knife. Oh, they're all going for the knife.
They're gonna throw this round. They're gonna throw it. Oh no! Oh my
What a mistake.
god, that could have gone
What a
so
mistake.
poorly
Wow.
for RBG. I've seen that happen. I've seen it happen. But Steedle managed to push him off, taking it down to a 1v2. Could have won that. That was looking a little spicy if you had a little bit more ammo. But all in good fun, I suppose.
RBG very dangerous with those USPs. I mean, that both pistol rounds. I mean, they had commanding kills. If they hadn't gone for the knife there, they'd have had all 5 alive.
Oh yeah, exactly.
Oh,
Oh, nice shot by
quick pick.
Booty Lord. Caught mid. Steedle taking down another one with the Tech 9. I love using the Tech 9 again. I'm so glad that it's back to at least a usable state.
Pony with 2.
Yeah.
Going for a third. Wow. Drops the smoke.
Really
Gets a
aggressive
third.
here.
Wow. And just like that, it's back into an RBG round, and you really thought it was going to go pre-gaming with those 2 early picks, but Pony had something else to say about it. And it really makes you think and appreciate the depth of this team, because we just watched them play such a passive T side on Vertigo, and such a calm, relaxed CT side as well. And here they are in Inferno, and they're aggressive as all hell. They're running down mid, and it's really odd to see a dynamic team. Usually you see one or the other, so that's very impressive to see out of RBG.
Yeah, exactly. And don't allow themselves to be nailed down into one set category of how they like to play these maps. It'd be interesting to see if they could switch it up per map, you know? Like, on Inferno we play aggressive, on Vertigo we play really passive and methodical.
Well, that's what they were doing, that's what I was saying.
Yeah, exactly. So if you can switch that up, then good for them.
I mean, they're just playing for so much info. They're not giving any room for pre-gaming to breathe. And at the same time, pre-gaming did try to play their Vertigo set really aggressively, and that's not something you can do on Inferno, because the CT nades will just destroy you, as we've seen in these last few rounds. And RBG does love their nades. I mean, they had 600 nade damage on 3 players last match, so it's definitely a tall task. Quick push down to
so
Banana.
much aggression. Taken down very early. Gamchu's on 15 HP though, so could easily be taken down, and Pony as well on 33 himself.
Hex with the first kill on the try here in the app side. Zeller's trying to get a refrag. Pony to bring in support, taking down Zellers as well, leaving Booty Lord and Steedle alone. Over here towards the A side to try to get something done. A lot of damage done onto the CT side, but no kills yet. Steedle and Booty Lord trying to work their way up. Gonna look to split up. First kill going the way of Booty Lord with the op. So that does come out sooner than Vertigo. Wiz is going to be holding down Banana with the op alone. He's the only player with full HP on the RBG side. G-Man and Steedle going to have a battle here. G-Man will win because he had the angle on him. Leaving Booty Lord alone with his 13 health and an op. Trying to get something done. We'll go up into the apps here. And he's spotted out by Hex and taken down.
Unfortunately, Hex too aware. Picks up the second op, so that'll be 2 ops for RBG going into the 5th round here.
Now, do not count pre-gaming out yet. They are a decent team, and I do believe they are learning how RBG is playing. They tried a little bit. They changed their tactics a little bit the last round, but still a little bit too aggressive to try to take them down. So they are learning, and they're going to pull out 5 nades here. So I think they're really catching on to the aggression, and they're going to try to nade stack something and hope that it works out. Because those 5 nades look like they might come top of Banana here.
Not going to come to fruition, unfortunately. Good damage. G-Man taking down 2 and Pony combining for his own. Nice shot onto Ginger there. Looked like he legged him out of the air combined with G-Man's nade damage. Walko will take the 5th.
So
really
they are adapting to RBG's playstyle a little bit with those 5 nades. They are understanding that they're getting very aggressive and just testing the waters to see what they can do about it. So now I think we're going to see a lot slower of a round out of pre-gaming. I think they're going to be a lot more passive here and just wait for those pushes to come in and see what they can work out of them.
Yeah, it's really interesting though. RBG have been good about weaseling their way into weaknesses. So you see just a weak spot on the map or something like that, and RBG just managed to push player right in there and take advantage of that. And there's been a couple times where I haven't even noticed a weakness, and RBG have found themselves behind pre-gaming. So, impressive seeds by them for sure. I don't know if you noticed this, but Wiz does not have a single kill yet. Neither does Try. But Wiz, for being 5 up, you can imagine, would have done a little bit of damage, but
Well, there's just so much coming out of those MP9 players. I mean, Wiz was just holding angles with those off, and the MP9 players were doing all the work. Walko will get traded out, but Hex is there to trade as well. Ninja alone in the app side. Ooh, that nade's gonna do good ticket damage to him. He
And
knows
Hex,
the
instead of throwing his smoke and being a little passive, is just gonna push Jinja.
There is no breathing room for pre-gaming here. RBG is just pulling out all the stops. They don't want to go to a map 3. They're confident on Inferno, and they just want to roll over it, get those sweet Logitech prize pool. Another full buy coming out here. Wiz will get the first pick. That is his first kill of the game, as you were talking about. He heard you talking.
Indeed. He did.
Ooh, Try does get a frag through the molly.
Pick by him. Jinja on 1 HP. Gets absolutely demolished through wood wall.
Looks like the smoke plays gonna come through. He does make a step, and Walco hears it.
Try? Did he just not shoot, or what's the deal?
I'm not sure. I don't think they were expecting each other.
Interesting. Maybe he's switching guns. Quick switch something. That was Try's first kill of the match so far. That's what they're talking about in chat.
He said, "You're a maniac."
Pushes into the molly to get his first kill of the game. Good play. Could have yielded something, but unable to follow through on it. Booty Lord's on 7 kills, up from the 2 and 1 respectively on the rest of his teammates. RBG have carried these 2 ops through the last few rounds, and they're 7-0 currently.
I mean, if you're pre-gaming, what do you do here? I mean, I guess they got to slow it down a little bit more than they already are, but RBG's so good at knowing when to be aggressive and when not to. Like, even when you slow down, they're like, all right, you can wait for us. We're not coming.
Reckless, but they possibly could throw caution to the wind and see if something works. If not for the win, if just to like have a little bit of respect in the game, you know, a little bit of a say. Even 1 round would probably make them feel a little bit better than 0. No, it would for me.
They got a run boost into the op here.
Oh, my goodness. Welcome not playing games today, and Pony will take down Jinja.
He did get around the op shot. That was a successful task.
Indeed.
Let's talk about the elephant in the room. Pony is 13-0.
Oh my goodness gracious. Get that man on an op and you are never taking him down, I guess. Plug, I am reading chat now. Why are you saying that? Chat's saying that I don't read chat. I saw you say that I have a big head earlier. Good aggression. Walko's down to 7 HP already. I think that was from some lower mid aggression jumping around that smoke. Steedo finally taking him down. Wiz finally finding his footing. Gets another one on the Booty Lord. Three and 3. Being flanked and aggressing from every position. Hex not gonna be cleared. Zeller's unable to follow through on that kill. And they'll know he's in here. But Hex is just probably gonna stay alive until his team can come help him a little bit. Hex, another just crazy shot through the smoke. Jinja goes down. And Pony not being taken down by Steedo yet again. He remains alive. 14-4-0. You're right. What do you do if you're pre-gaming? Seems like the only option is just try anything and everything and hope something sticks. 9-0 isn't the worst scoreline I've ever seen someone come back from, but it's definitely not looking promising with the shots that RBG is hitting. I was talking to some of the pre-gaming guys before this, as well as Seth saying that he was excited about the prize pool, and they said that they would be satisfied if they did well against RBG. There was, obviously everybody wants to win, but against a team so dominant, sometimes
they already did well, in my opinion, on that first map. They played very well.
They did. The first half was incredibly convincing, and I definitely don't count them out of the game, out of anything. For all right, well, Walco preemptively shooting through the smoke there. Takes down Jinja. That'll be a 10th for RBG. But yeah, I mean, pre-gaming, what's going through your mind right now? If you're down 10-0 against a 9 or 8-0 advanced team.
Well, the problem is your T's, and you got to get into these sites, and these guys are shutting you down. So I don't know. I guess you got to just try running as a pack and get the trades. That's all. The only thing I've ever had work on Inferno, but I don't
played
know
on
what
an easy map to get back into. Pony's going for his infinity streak here of never going down. Walker with a good spray down. We'll take 2. Booty Lord not allowing him to get the 3rd. The one bullet fight against G-Man and Pony's last alive versus Booty Lord.
G-Man immediately types .tech after that. Oh, he heard him! He tried to go for the knife.
Pony loses his first. Oh no! And pre-gaming.
When you know it, his first death was the first round.
And then Pony went for the knife, and he turns around. 180 kills Pony. First kill in the game, and it's because Steedle alt-tabbed and then 180. Wow, great clutch though by Steedle. Good round by him, but incredible round.
Beautiful bullet control on that 3 tap there. He only had 3 bullets left, and instead of spamming, he knew how many bullets he had, but he didn't have time for the reload, so he just used it to his advantage to get that 1 tap on the AK.
By the way, Ballistics, I've been asked where the outlines have gone. I believe you may have turned off X-ray.
Oh, I turned the X-ray?
Intentionally.
Okay, my bad. Let's see, yeah, we got X-ray on now.
Twig,
Oh, no.
I am not the one. Oh no. Why, guys? You both low HP. Alright, that was worth it. Twig, I am not the one casting this. It is on Click channel and it is being hosted by Ballistics.
Yeah, direct all complaints to me. I'm not doing very well following the action. I'm trying, but we've got Auto Director saving my butt a little bit.
Auto Director's doing a little bit of work. It's all good.
Oh, yeah, it's usually best to use the number keys and just switch between them.
Yeah.
I do that, but
I used to
sometimes
do one
it's
or the
tough
other,
to
but
Yeah.
somebody's nice shot on a whiz. Flash out mid. Walker will take down Booty Lord and Steedle. Good spray control there. The shot by Try. It didn't really have to be a headshot, but you know, style points. Walker was already low.
Mid side though.
Seems as though Pre and RBG have both descended into the realm of madness and are trying anything that works. Oh
Another attempt at a knife
again.
there. Oh, G-Man with the shotgun taking on Try. Jinja alone with a Mac 10. Gonna have the 1v1 G-Man here for this bomb.
Around the corner. Oh, unfortunate. Let's try by Jinja. Does a little bit of damage to G-Man, but unable to follow out the kill. When I used to do old school LAN observing, we had me as the observer and another individual as the caster, or vice versa, so we didn't have to do both at the same time.
Yeah, it's really difficult doing both at the same time. I for sure understand.
I sometimes have an instance where I'm like, oh, I want to follow this player, so I'll switch, but how did he hit that shot? Nice shots by Hex. Down lower mid, Booty Lord trading him out onto G-Man. Tony taking his own onto Booty Lord, and Hex taking another one with the scout. Zeller's down to the count.
I think a lot of what we're seeing here is utility usage, honestly. I mean,
oh, for sure it is.
RBG have such commanding utility to give them all of this information and all of this early damage and all of this control. And pre-gaming just have nothing, they don't have anything they can throw back with it. They're just trying to win with their aim, but it's hard to do when the utility does so much damage and takes away so much control. I mean, RBG has taken Banana every round off of a smoke, 2 nades, and a molly, and a flash. That's all it takes, and they have half the map.
They bought out 2 Negevs at this point, and have picked up a Krieg, and G-Man only has a 5.7, so I think there's a little bit of trolling coming out at this point.
Oh.
Definitely a little bit of trolling coming out at this point. Walker taking down Hex. And the P90s are going to push site, try to do what they can. Pony with a nice shot on Try, trying to no-scope the living bejesus out of the tees.
Oh, Hulk Hogan, let's come through with the Negev.
And they're pushed too. And Wiz, oh my god, what's happening right now? Takes 3 and manages to get 14 for his team with 3 kills with a Negev. Oh my lord.
That might be one of the
Just that
craziest
retake
rounds
with the
I've ever
Negevs.
seen in any game of Counter-Strike. 2 Negevs jumping through smoke and just going ham. That was
Oh, no.
beautiful. You have to appreciate it.
The optimism of sellers. I love it. Great half. It was a great half.
It's fun. It's fun to watch, and it's an observer sport. Had a good competitive first map. The second, we're getting there. This round could be the turning point, to be honest. Hex down 3 HP, and it's 4-on-4. HP advantage definitely in the favor of PreGaming already. This is where both teams are leveled off again. Even playing field.
Ooh, Wiz gets spotted out by Ginger there.
This is only full
One tap.
HP player. Hex on, like I said, 3 HP, so.
You're looking for the deagle there, Ginger. 2 kits on the CT side, that's interesting.
A little bit of an interesting decision by Ginger to pick up that D, but I guess he's fighting Hex, so no big deal. Takes him
Does
out.
work out. Walco gets a kill towards the A side. And that is going to pull up rotate. Oh, they are going to start rotating towards A. They think it's an A take.
No, they've been so good, but actually, are they going back? No, they're gonna.
He went back.
throw their
G-Man
execute onto B.
G-Man shot a few times, so they are going to come back. Or Ginger at least came back, so he is alone to fight this off. His CT rotator is on the way. They had 2 smokes left, though, for the CT and Coffin. So they do have site control here. Try is going to make himself heard. Walkover's ready for it. Ginger running through the smoke as well. 2 easy picks given to RBG.
I think they may have just given up the 15th round to RBG. Had the man advantage, but unable to solidify it. Just with some little bit of sloppy gameplay. Being honest,
there are 2 kits down, so Zellers can still win this out. Oh, do pick up a kit. We'll take the fight on the Zelko or Walko, and we'll be taken down quickly. Interesting play to run through the smokes there. I mean, they didn't even hear the bomb plant, and he just jumped through. So I guess they were hoping that they were clearing sight or something. Interesting decision. But I mean, when you are down 14-1, I guess you try to do whatever you possibly can and hope you catch him off guard.
Exactly. PreGaming buying out that Mag 7 MP9, last ditch buy to try to save themselves into this game. 15-1. I think Try might have just dinked Hex down banana there. Try himself down to 77, no big deal.
A lot going on over here in Apps. G-Man Chu will get the first kill on his Zellers. Nade's coming in on the B side. Jinja and Try alone here to try to do something against it. Jinja will push through the smoke. Ready to fight this army of men coming through. He will get one, but quickly dispatched by the other 2. Try can't get it done. Tech9 taking him down. Leaving only Steedle and Booty Lord against RBG here to keep them from winning Club Conflict. Booty Lord will get one, but quickly dispatched by Pony. Steedle alone. RBG might solidify themselves as the champions of this season of Club Conflict. You saw it here first folks. 2-0 in the way of RBG in the series, and that will conclude it here in this Club Conflict season.
Wow. What a match. This second half was amazing. 16-1, I didn't expect to see that kind of dominance. I knew RBG was going to be tough. Good game. Congratulations to RBG Esports for doing such a bang-up job here, becoming the Club Conflict Season 24 champions. And they have won themselves this fantastic first-place prize package of the Logitech G Pro series of computer gaming peripherals, the Logitech G Pro X headset, Logitech G Pro wireless gaming mouse, and the Logitech G Pro X keyboard. Congratulations to PreGaming for taking second place. They win the Logitech G Pro wireless gaming mice. So those mice are like $160 gaming mice, so times 5.
They're not cheap.
Yeah,
and they're incredible.
Great job there. PreGaming, well-deserved. PreGaming ends the season. I guess they would be 9-2. And of course, RBG ends the season 12-0 or 11-0, whatever it is now. But congratulations to these guys. I'm going to put some music up here while we're on our outro here. And we'll just talk a little bit about our sponsors. We'll talk a little bit. We might even bring some of these guys in. I'd love to bring the guys in from RBG for an interview. But real quick, let's thank GameServers.com, Frag Not Lag, for providing the servers. We'd like to thank Everleap Cloud Hosting for providing the web hosting, and they also sponsor our statistics, which are currently under development. We've got a mod that we're working on, believe it or not. We also have Logitech Gaming. We'd like to thank them for being this fantastic sponsor of Club Conflict Season 24. Thank you to all the viewers who showed up here to watch this. So they've advanced. They've advanced to the championship, and here's the. We will update this with RBG and the championship on the bracket. But guys, thank you. You did a great job casting. I really appreciate having you guys on board, doing the casting. And let me see if I can get G-Man Chu. We might have to switch channels here in our RBG. I'm sorry. We might have to switch channels here to get G-Man Chu. I'm gonna see if I can get him to come in here. Interview. I'm gonna see if he'll come in for an interview. So what are you guys' thoughts on the match overall?
I mean, beautiful CS out of RBG. It's, I mean, if you, I looked at the end there. At the end of Inferno, our RBG had about 1,200 damage in just utility. I mean, that's insane.
I don't know if this really applies to the situation, but you know how some teams will sink to the level of the teams that they're playing?
Yeah.
Like pro teams, if they're playing like a tier 2 or tier 3 team, will do a little bit worse even versus the tier 2 or tier 3 teams because they don't necessarily try as hard. I don't think we saw that tonight, actually. I think that RBG, I'm not saying that Free is a bad team by any means or that they're sinking to any level, but
no way.
It's pretty equal. But RBG just absolutely stayed on point, stayed on their guard, didn't let themselves get caught off guard, and did really well for themselves. And yeah, the utility damage played a huge part in it.
Yeah, for sure. I'm going to see if these guys will come and join us. I'm not sure if they'll jump in here or not, but it would be fun just to get their thoughts on the match and on the season. But RBG came out here and they demonstrated some amazing Counter-Strike skills. PreGaming did well. I mean, PreGaming had to. I mean, those were well fought. What did they get? 8 or 9 rounds in the first map, I think. They were hard fought rounds, and they were playing against a very high level team, so they won every one of those rounds. They were playing well, so there's no shame in pregame. You take a second place. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining our stream. I don't think I can get the guys to come in. I don't know if they're going to come in here for an interview or not. Nobody's replying. I think they're a little busy celebrating, and likely so.
Looks like KJ is down in Team Bravo. Their coach, I believe.
Okay, one second. They must have jumped into our. Did they come into our channel here? No, they didn't. Well, I sent invites, but they. I'm not sure what's going to happen. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for. We'll see if they jump in, because if they do, that'd be wonderful. I'd love to hear them. But anyway, he says I'm in here. KJ says he's in here. Let me see KJ.
He's down at Team Bravo.
He's in the server. Let's jump down to Team Bravo, boys. Let's jump down there and join him. KJ, how are you?
There we go.
Hey KJ, the coach. We have the coach for Team RBG. Congratulations, KJ.
Thank you.
On you guys' win. Does any of the team want to jump in here for a quick celebration interview?
I think it's just me tonight.
Just you? Okay. Well, we appreciate you guys playing in the league. Tell us your thoughts on how the match went.
I think it was good. Veto's kind of surprised me. They picked our best map and our favorite map. So we were just kind of up in the air of like what we want to pick. So we picked a map they didn't really play, but we also haven't played it too much. Yeah. So Vertigo was kind of iffy, kind of got warmed up, kind of got things a bit loosened up on our T side. got to our CT side, and then the ball started rolling, and everyone knows what happened.
Yeah, sure.
And
Now,
stop there.
now I take it you guys wanted to play Inferno, but they picked that, or is that what you're telling me?
Ideally wanted to play Inferno, but we first picked Vertigo
Yeah.
just because they didn't play it, and we were kind of expecting like an Overpass or something like that, or a Mirage to be picked.
Sure.
And then they picked Inferno, and then kind of solidified
Very
what a good 2-0 for us.
I see. Well, wonderful. Well, just have your. I'll speak with. I'll speak with G-Man Chu about getting your information emailed to me and all that. We will get all your info gathered up. Who's going to get the prizes, the shipping addresses, and all that. And we will get these fantastic prizes out. The Logitech G Pro series of gaming peripherals. What a prize package! We appreciate having you guys come into the season into Club Conflict. Did you guys enjoy your season here at Club Conflict?
Yeah, it was a bunch of fun, super fun games, super good competition, so I like it.
Great. Well, you guys just mowed through all the competition. I don't know how super good it is, but there are some you're definitely right. There's some really good Counter-Strike being played here at Club Conflict. We appreciate it, but we really appreciate having you guys here too. Congratulations on the win. Wrench, thank you. ZayhanS, thank you for helping out. You guys did a great job casting. I was so happy with you guys casting. I just sat back and let you roll because you were just killing it. So
Appreciate it.
thanks a lot.
Congratulations, KJ.
Yeah,
Thank you.
and ladies and gentlemen, I would like to tell you about clubconflict.com. Go visit the website. Hover your mouse over the word play. You will see all of our events. We have an event coming up in July. We have a July 1st. We have Club Conflict Season 25 will begin on July 1st. That's a Wednesday night. So bring your teams in. We haven't. We will announce what the prizes are going to be, but I don't know, KJ, if you guys would be willing to jump in there in July and play and defend your crown, but we'd love to have you guys. So, but again, congratulations on your championship. And we're out of here after that. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning into the stream. I'm your host, Ballistics, and we are out of here. Have a good night. Thank you.
Go.
Okay, guys.
Go.
Five, four, 3, 2, 1.